Ho, ho, ho! Welcome and Merry Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Saturday.
Merry Saturday. Hello, everyone.
Yay!
Are you ready for gaming?
Yeah, hopefully we'll have some
No.
new folks that Duncan and I saw at KatsuCon.
Ooh. Yeah, did you aggressively push my branding onto
we did advertising for you, Dan. You should pay
Yeah.
us.
Every time somebody asks us for a picture, for those who are just joining, Duncan and I went to KatsuCon as the best dad-daughter duo ever. Phoenix and Tracy.
Yeah.
Every time someone asked for a photo, we made sure to give them a card.
I did get a couple more subscribers.
Hell yeah!
Yay.
So
That's what the power of great advertising does!
100%.
Still workshopping it.
But we're starting Ace Attorney investigations too.
And I'm going to annoy the crap out of everybody by every time we meet a character, I'm going to go like, fun fact, they used to be called.
Yeah, so, yeah, I guess for people who don't know, this is the first time that this game has been released officially in English. Before this, it had fan translations, and there are
Pretty good one, too.
pretty good ones, and there are lots of good fan names that have stuck around, but I believe most of them have gotten changed in this one, right?
I think all of them because like legal issues would cause some problems if they didn't change them.
I do think there is one name that's like basically identical to the fan translation. I'll point it out when it pops up.
Okay.
But
I think that also might have to do with the Japanese because
it's because the Japanese name is also basically the same.
Okay.
Yeah. Do we need to introduce ourselves since it's at the beginning of a new game?
Sure. You go ahead.
Cool. Hi, I'm Yessie. I make the assets. I can be found at yesterdarling on most social media, and most of it is linked through my card, which is yesterdarling.card.co. I cosplay, as I just mentioned. I like the gay lawyers, and I like investigations too.
And I'm Duncan. I am eating some fried rice. You can find me on Twitter and Blue Sky.
As?
The Fire Fridge.
There we go.
Yay. And I'm Daniel.
You're here. That I don't use my name there. I forgot that.
You're here?
Yeah, unfortunately you don't have at Duncan.bluesky.
At Dunkin' Donuts. Alright. Let's go to the game.
Yay!
Oh my god.
I just now realized I put in the chat, I put stream moves instead of stream rules.
Alright.
But okay, it's too late.
Here it comes. Boom! We're in.
Woo!
Alright. So this is the original title screen.
Yeah, I think you have to title select.
Title selection.
Woo!
New game.
Prosecutor's Gambit. Yeah, I saw a
I
different...
do really like Prosecutor's Gambit for the new name.
Yeah, when I was looking up, I saw two different titles, and I'm like, I don't know which one is the real one.
When they went with Prosecutor's Gambit, that's the official name, Prosecutor's Gambit.
Well,
yeah.
Let's start Turnabout Trigger. My favorite animation studio. That's not true, actually, but they are great.
They're pretty cool.
I don't know who's who.
Here he comes, the presidential something you would take the final approach and let's right on Gordon Lake.
Remember that, Dana? I think there might be a male voice that comes up too.
Just listen to that crowd. Welcome, Jean-Fa. Welcome, Mr. President. And now, sir, your audience awaits.
Wow, I feel so...
Dan, I want you to put on a presidential voice.
Honored friends and allies, the odious criminals that dodge my beloved nation are no more, thanks to the prosecutor's office of your great fuck.
Did the president just say fuck?
You have our most heartfelt gratitude. However, friends, do not forget, the battle against evil rages on. Here today, I make you this solemn promise. We shall crush the wicked with the righteous. I'm dead. Oh! No, that was not me. That was not me dying.
I don't know. I just decided to scream.
Okay.
From the prosecutor's office. Get Miles Edgeworth here right away. If anyone can solve this, he can.
Yeah, put some respect on his name. Yeah.
It's fucking me.
I love that because of the meme that people usually put with it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, call your lawyer. I'll have sex with him.
It's perfect.
March
I love it.
25th.
I also love the music of this game.
They dodged
Yeah.
my birthday. By a couple days. Alright. Let's get to it. I know that you can do it.
The news must be halfway around the world already. After all, it's not every day an attempt is made on the life of a nation's president. We're gonna not say anything about that. My name is Miles Edgeworth, and I work as a prosecutor. I came as soon as I got the call. The moment the phone rang, I knew it was serious.
I have a special ringtone for things that are serious.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Who are you? I don't know your name. That's why your question marks.
Thank goodness you're here, sir.
Oh yeah, thank goodness I am here. This is Dick Gumshoe, a detective with the local precinct. Has anyone ever mentioned that your name means detective? That's a great song. Anyway, no one will get that reference, but he's the one usually assigned to my cases. How's the president, detective?
We still don't know, Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
The medics just boarded the plane a few minutes ago.
I see. I hope he's all right. Then I suppose you'd better show me the scene of the crime instead.
Right away, sir.
Yay!
Hey, I said, hey, yeah, you Ruffles.
What in the heck?
Nope, different character.
Oh, nope, wrong character. Yeah,
It is
I
you,
said
but it's a
Ruffles.
different character.
I made wrong guess. happens.
Who's that? It sounded like K for a second, but
She had to clear her throat.
You're the prosecutor in charge of this here case, aren't you? Want to give your first impressions? Anything strike y'all as odd?
no comment. Dick Gumshoe, come with me.
Come on now, Mr. Prosecutor, don't be like that.
Do you have a fucking bear trap?
Yes.
Yes, I do. I reckon so.
Bye.
Mr. Edgeworth, wait for me.
Oh boy. When did this
Ignore
game
it.
originally come out?
I forget.
It came out. Well, this game would have come out. It would have come out after Apollo Justice.
Yeah.
So around the 2010s,
Yeah.
early
I was gonna
2010s.
say we're playing these games in chronological order according to the games, not when they came out.
Yeah, I feel like this is the time when they started getting really wacky on the character designs. I mean, they've always been wacky, but like, they're getting extra.
They get creative, huh?
Yeah.
They'll continue to get creative.
Now, detective, I'll need the facts of the case and as much detail as you can give me. I'm waiting.
God, he's ripped.
Jesus Christ, I forgot about that.
He has an interesting character design, I must say.
That is such a design.
Can you imagine?
Well, the scene was right here at Thornton Lake, as you already know. A bunch of people were gathered to welcome the president of Jean Fa.
Dijun Wong. Yes, I've read about his visit.
Did I say that good?
So, yeah,
Okay.
this is also the character I believe Duncan and I were talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, you will be voicing this character, I think.
Okay.
Mhm.
It's been all over the news for days now. ensue.
It was raining until just before we landed. Luckily, it let up and he went on stage as planned.
I'm sorry, could you all hear me drinking soda water?
I didn't hear.
No.
Okay.
And then, smack dab in the middle of the speech, bang, a gun goes off and everybody runs for cover, terrified for their lives. Apparently.
Apparently. God damn it.
Truth is, I only just showed up myself. I don't know a whole lot more than you do, sir.
You were summoned on short notice as well.
I was right in the middle of my day off.
Hate when that happens. I was at the office taking advantage of the peace and quiet to.
I know what you're going to say.
I know what you. Yeah, your system, Dan.
I was trying to jerk off in my office. You know how it is.
And then the boss himself calls you to the scene. Never a dull moment, huh, Mr. Edgeworth?
It's been weeks. The boss?
Yeah, Chief Prosecutor was right here in the park.
Oh, that's right.
Thing.
No.
First chance he got, he yelled at the top of his lungs. Give me Mr. Edgeworth right away. He's the only man for the job. Something like that. Yeah, I forgot that was that character. Don't.
Yeah, I did
assume
too.
That's the voice. Don't assume that's the voice.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I know what that character is going to sound like.
I literally forgot what's a nameless person.
I see.
Oh. They cordoned the perimeter of the park off as soon as it happened. You'll be happy to know.
So, Chief Prosecutor, that used to be...
that used to be a character in this game.
That
Well,
used
I'll
to
just
be.
leave it at
That used to be
that.
Lana Skye, right?
Yep.
But
Yep.
we haven't met the new one, so...
New person now.
So our would-be assassin is still somewhere here?
Good. I'm gonna
He's going
beat
to
them up.
find him and end him.
Yep.
Phoenix fight. Now, what we
Phoenix
gotta do
fight.
is fight in the middle of this crowd before they strike again. Beat the shit out of them, sir.
I mean, in the credit sequence for this game, we learned that, or I saw that Arc System Works worked on this game. They specialize in fighting games.
Can we talk about really quick? I'm really impressed that in the crowd, I'm seeing more skin tones than just white.
In my Ace Attorney?
Yeah, I'm really impressed given that there's some characters in future games where, like, I solidly sit here like, they would not look like that.
Yeah, I believe you told me about one of them.
Yeah.
You're right. We don't know what else our culprit might be planning. These people are in danger. We don't have a moment to lose. Let's begin with the basics.
Search every inch of this crime scene for clues, no matter how insignificant they may seem.
Precisely. I love nooks and crannies. They're my favorite.
Yep.
The president was shot at, which means a gun was involved. That's your first mistake, actually.
That's what the killer wants you to think.
Here's an Edgeworthism for you.
All right, duly noted.
I was gonna say we're
Wait,
not
There's an Edgeworth.
we're not gonna
going on
make
there?
comments about recent events, but like,
Yeah.
have you seen the
I
Shinzo
know.
Abe killer?
Can we talk about how the podium,
gun.
like the ground,
I did.
there's carpet on that thing. It's fucking carpeted.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it means
uncomfortable.
it's
I don't
raining,
like
so
that.
It's a soggy carpet right there.
Why?
How exactly was security?
Because the president ordered it to be like that.
How
Why?
exactly was the security details surrounding the president's speech organized?
Well, sir, our officers were mainly focused on securing the perimeter of the park. The president's people took charge of the rest. He has his own team of bodyguards. See those guys over there? Maybe we should ask them a few questions.
Pitbull and Pitbull 2.
I was gonna say Mr. Worldwide.
It's Pitbull and Walter White is what it is. Huh?
Oh, I see.
If I want to talk to them, I'll walk over and say space at them. And they'll be like, what are you talking about? Space.
the bodyguard.
Can I help you?
You're one of the president's bodyguards, correct? Could you tell me how the security detail was arranged during the speech?
See, here's the thing about these bodyguards. One of them always lies, one of them always tells the truth.
One of them
Let's just make Edgeworth have a headache today.
see these two bodyguards. One of them sees the past, and one of them sees the present. Anyway, enough of this.
2 of our senior operatives were attached to the president. The rest secured the stage. This isn't our first rodeo. Anything suspicious in that crowd? We would have spotted it right away.
I see. So the president's security was tightly orchestrated for the duration of his speech. I'm absorbing knowledge. Allow my tentacle to feel around your brain to absorb this knowledge.
Oh my god.
You're what?
I'm sure that's a fix somewhere.
Let's I don't want it if it is. Let's investigate further. We should speak with other witnesses and continue to look over the crime scene. We can't afford to leave any stone unturned.
So that's how y'all go about it, huh? Sure is something seeing the pros at work.
She's like slightly less country than Lotta Hart, but
I'm going for more of like a Georgia area accent than for Lotta. I'm going more like
okay.
Alabama, Mississippi area.
I wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
I know because I have some friends and family in like the New Orleans area, so I've been around those southern states a few times when we've driven.
Yeah.
All right.
Care to share a little information about what happens to that information once you've got a hold of it?
Bystanders. This one seems persistent, but I can't afford to get distracted. Let me drink from this.
Hey, Ruffles! I asked you a question, dang it! What happens next? That's so cute, watching her like jump.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Well, we put all the information together and try to find connections. Right, sir?
Detective!
Oh, don't be so hard on the poor guy. So, connections, you say. And what next?
Well, I guess you could say we connect the dots. Connect one piece of information to another. It's Mr. Edward's forte. He's a logic master.
I can view information with Q. Yeah, I'm not. You don't need to tell me things.
Ah!
Oh, this is the hardest one.
Yeah, we have no idea. Just so the fans at home know.
I mean, I get that these were two different games that were released separately, but they could have just not the tutorial.
Every game has a tutorial. They have to.
Despite the president's tight security, the perpetrators still managed to carry out their attack. Completely undetected by a contingent of highly trained bodyguards, no less. No mean feat. This would have taken some serious planning. In other words, the assassination attempt was almost certainly premeditated.
Wow.
That's the stuff, Mr. Edgeworth. The old logic never fails, huh?
Gumshoe's just like, oh yeah, that's the stuff. Logic. My drug of choice.
Indeed.
God.
All we need to do is find the right clues, then make the right connections between them, betwixt them. Make the wrong connections, however, and we'll wind up further from the truth.
If we wind up further...
Make the wrong connections. Make the wrong connections and you'll get brain damage.
Yeah, if we wind up far away, I just die.
Which means I must make well-reasoned
connections if I intend to draw logical conclusions.
Let's get the investigation started. Time to examine anything that looks suspicious.
Let's freaking go.
To examine things, I simply need to walk up to them to press space.
And if I speak with the detective, I should use... Yeah, I got it. Why are you bending over? Some... I don't know. Alright, well, let's look at things. So the person had a nasty surprise while he was giving a speech.
Same thing happened to me when I was a kid. Right in the middle of a public speaking contest. There I was, yammering away when all of a sudden, earthquake. I almost jumped out of my skin.
Oh,
That sounds terrifying. Even the word earthquake makes me queasy.
You were listening, Mr. Edgeworth? I thought you were ignoring my little side like always.
Nah, man, earthquakes suck. I hate them.
Dan, I would look to the
Something
right.
over on the right.
What?
The thingy.
Oh my god!
No!
No!
Oh, I'm as surprised as you, sir. But there's no mistaking it.
It's the Steel Samurai. Steel Samurai, War of Neo Tokyo. It's a popular TV show. Old, young, it doesn't matter. It truly has something for everyone.
Beats me why they had a Steel Samurai balloon welcome party for a foreign president.
It's a little odd, although now that I think about it, what better hero to represent our nation?
Ah, yes, what better hero to represent our nation, America, than a samurai from Japan?
Well, I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention.
No nooks and crannies to be found.
What?
There is something that I see.
Breaks your heart, don't it?
It does. Oh god. Hold on.
Witnesses said he popped right around when the gun went off.
What a villainy could have befallen him. Which would strongly suggest that a bullet struck this balloon.
Looks like we got a case of a cold-blooded samurai murder on our hands.
This is sacrilege. I won't rest until the culprit has been apprehended. They're really laying it on thick with how much she likes to steal samurai.
know.
In this one. Detective, we
You
cannot
know
let
what?
this vile assassin escape.
I like the idea that he's more bothered by somebody
I know.
destroying a Steel Samurai balloon than an assassination on the president of a foreign country.
Wait a moment, sir. You got it.
Dan, I think there's one more thing here.
Yeah, I see it.
Yay.
It's the flag of Zhangfa. The key motifs is a blazing red phoenix. Wait, what's this?
Doesn't matter, sir.
You don't see it, Detective. There's something unusual in this flag. About this flag. Bleh. Compare it with the one on the other side of the stage, if you will.
Well, that's a beauty right there. Just look at it flapping in the wind. It's immaculate.
Exactly.
I
which
like
is-
the idea of Gumshoe being a flag nerd.
Yeah. Which is how a flag should look. And yet, here we see quite a different picture. One thing in particular stands out, don't you think?
Right, of course. I give up. Come on, spill the beans.
You're fired. You're a detective? I'm sorry. You can lead a horse to water. I'll just have to move my cursor.
You can lead a gumshoe to water, but you're gonna have to dunk him in it yourself.
Oh,
Look closely. Do you see a hole?
Whoa, look at that. You're right, sir.
And note the burn marks around the edges. That is a bullet hole. There is no mistaking it.
So, you're saying a bullet went through this flag?
No.
It's like
That's not what I'm
an
saying.
eraser.
It's a bullet, you idiot.
I'm saying a laser beam went through this flag. I think I've gathered enough information for the moment. Time to put the pieces together and see what we can figure out. Okay.
Time to logic. Or simulated.
Whoa. Let's go.
Flag?
This is a bullet hole in the flag, and it seems highly likely the balloon was popped by a bullet too.
Which means 2 shots were fired. Right, sir?
Possibly even 3. The president was shot at as well, remember? Equally, the hole in the flag and the hole in the balloon could have been made by the same bullet. What we need to know is how many gunshots there were.
Let's go.
Wow.
Easiest investigation in the game.
Alright, on with the investigation. Huh?
Ruffles! Ruffles! Y'all figure something out, huh? Fair to share?
Who exactly is she, and why does she keep shouting at us?
Duncan.
Clever Nicker, I guess. Seems pretty interested in the case.
Come on, give me something here. No.
We do need to speak with some witnesses to find out how many gunshots there were. Fine, let's see if she can tell us anything.
There y'all are.
I'm just like, are these a bunch of... What is going on with her?
I think they're a bunch of like sponsorships.
Okay.
Because it has like Global Studios on one arm, Go You on the other. Tabby Lloyd at your service. I'm looking into the case for, well, just for me right now, but...
Looking into the case. Miss Lloyd, was it? Miss Lloyd, is there something of it?
Well, what can you tell me? Any exclusive details you want to share? How about the perp? Have they made any demands? What about them their ruffles? Where's the fella buy a cravat like that?
Hold it! Will you be quiet for a moment? I'll be asking the questions here.
Dang, and here I saw I could get me something juicy for my piece.
It's a jabot.
Thank you. I left it because she probably would not know. Most people don't.
I need to know about the shootings.
The only reason that I know is because you say it.
I know.
Can you tell me how many gunshots you heard?
Why, I most certainly cannot.
I beg your pardon?
I can't just be handed out leads for free. That's my livelihood.
Come on, don't hold out on us. We all gotta share sometimes.
Gumshoe tackle her.
Me? Hold out on you? Well, if y'all are gonna be like that, I'll be moving right along. Goodbye.
Oh, wait.
What exactly for, huh? Huh? If you got nothing for me, I'm gone.
We're fresh out of moves here.
Out of
You're gonna
moves.
get a fun mechanic here.
Then allow me to bust one.
He just starts breakdancing.
Get down.
Gumshoe
You
starts
got it.
beatboxing.
You got it.
Out of moves, I wouldn't be so sure.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
As you know, Detective, I like to play a little chess.
Oh, yes.
And what does one
Yay!
do in chess when an opponent adopts a defensive position? Why, the board offers any number of options, but some are more effective than others.
You're not making any fucking sense, Mr. Edgeworth.
No matter how impenetrable an opponent's defense may seem, it can always be overcome.
I knew about the chess mechanic.
Yeah.
This
From-
turns Edgeworth into a schizophrenic for a little bit.
Oh my god.
I knew about the chess mechanic in the first game. I thought I was kept waiting for it to like be a thing.
No, I
Yeah,
just
in
because
this game.
it worked really good for the thumbnail background because we needed something behind us.
Yeah.
But I couldn't think of anything for the first game to put behind us.
Cause there's nothing. They do not have bars.
Yeah, we
I
just
mean,
have
there-
logic.
it could have
we
been-
have puzzles.
Yeah, it could have been puzzle pieces.
I will also say, in the fan translation, it's called Logic Chess. In the official game, it's called Mind Chess, I believe.
Oh. Watch and learn, detective, as I shatter my opponent's resolve with the power of words.
Watch as I take them into my mind palace.
Schizophrenia. Schizophrenia.
Maybe let's not just throw that around, though.
Yeah. When attempting to draw out an entrenched opponent, one must employ certain tactics. Let us picture the board and see if we can anticipate our adversary's next move.
I do like the way that they're kind of framing it. It's more like he's imagining a chess game.
Oh!
Duncan, say the line, Duncan.
Yes.
Oh,
I
I thought you were gonna say something at the chess dimension.
Oh. You mean how he's having schizophrenia right now?
I was gonna say no, because usually I think when we were playing, you would say like he's sending them to the chess dimension.
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh wait, yeah, he's sending him to like the shadow realm. It's like you.
Yeah. We're sending you to the shadow
I feel
realm.
like that's
Now,
a better comparison.
we must analyze the state of play.
Y'all ain't getting nothing out of me. Not until you give me something in return.
My opponent has dug herself in deep. Her defenses won't be easily broken.
The lighting on the chess pieces looks really neat.
Yeah, 3D. But I can't afford to try her patience by taking too long to plot my next move. In other words, I must be conscious not just of my strategy, but also the I didn't do that, I don't think. That
well.
said, I can't afford to waste words either. In fact, it can pay dividends not to. My opponent gets too agitated.
If you're fixing to ask me something, will you dang well ask it already?
I may be able to gain a tactical advantage by calmly biding my time. Then, when I see a crack in my opponent's armor, I pounce. Like a kitty cat.
Yeah.
Grows cat ears. I should begin by finding out what it is that she does. I'll give you one guess. Alright, time to make my opening gambit.
Also, watch out. Damn, because we have a timer just like in chess.
Ah, shit. Mind chess commands. Oh, God! What is it that you do? I can't yap through this.
Yeah.
Why don't you begin by telling me about what it is that you do?
Sure. Or I could totally not do that. I think I don't know when to keep my mouth shut. That's my job.
Is it now? So you do something you won't or can't tell anybody about?
Shut up! I ain't no ball breaker, if that's what you're insinuating.
I did not. Well, she seems pretty eager to give out information.
Yeah. I'm a law-abiding everyday citizen, and you got no reason to say otherwise.
Forgive me, I meant nothing by it. It's something you can't tell. If it's something you can't tell me about, I imagine it must be very important indeed.
Sure, I guess. Leastways, it'll be once I bag my first big scoop.
Oh.
I see. It's a scoop you're after. So you're a journalist, is that correct?
Dang! Sure. I'm your friendly neighborhood reporter.
Oh shit, you're Spider-Man?
The hungriest cub on the beat.
Spider-Man
That's why I got my bear trap.
Spider-Man was a photographer for a newspaper. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's the mystery of what she does for a living solved. Perhaps our hungry young cub has gathered information vital to the case. We're all cats today.
I guess.
Let's make
Yeah.
that our next line of inquiry. Edgeworth. Nya.
Thank you. So you do get some time back, it's just we can't yap too much.
Okay. With the opening moves concluded, the mind game... Nope, the mid-game... Well, the mid-game approaches. What else does she have to tell us? At the
time of the incident, were you present at the scene of the crime?
Come on now, Ruffles. You ain't gonna give little old Tabby something first?
Absolutely not. Fuck you.
Then I ain't giving you nothing neither. You think I'm a sucker? Think again.
Oh my god. I'm not gonna arrest her.
Come on, this is my career we're talking about here. You gotta give me something.
Sadly, the more you know, the more you might find yourself in danger.
I ain't scared. I'm a pro. Takes a little more in a sand or a little gunfire to phase me.
You heard gunfire, did you?
This is little. I'm gonna read that. Read this every single time as.
You may be a pro, as you put it, but I'd say you're still a little wet behind the ears. You say that you heard gunfire, which proves you were here at the time of the crime. Therefore, you must have seen something.
A double dang. Fine, I was here. I saw it. Came to report on the big speech. Went up reported on something on the shooting. And you won't get no more out of me than that. I'm done with your tricks, Ruffles.
If she came to report on the event, she must have made a record of some kind. A record I would very much like to get my hands on. It's quite the clue as to where to take the conversation next. You're a reporter, which means you must have been making a record of some kind.
If you got more questions, you gotta give me something first. That's the deal.
I'm not in the habit of making deals. Now tell me what I need to know.
Sorry, Ruffles, can't help you.
Time to deploy my clue.
Aha! Imaginary chess piece. Go!
No self-respecting reporter would leave the house without a means of putting things on the record. So tell me, Miss Lloyd, where is yours? Is it that extremely obvious thing on your side?
Of course I made a record. I told you I'm a pro. They near ripped my shoes out running around on this one. Which is why I'm not about to just hand it over to the first person who asks me.
I'm not just anyone, young lady. I'm the prosecutor in charge of this case.
Don't you, young lady, me. You ain't getting it, no matter how many times you ask.
Some of these are funny, but I'm like,
These are funny.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna choose them, but
I do like that it gives the thing that you need to do so you don't forget.
yeah.
You understand, don't you, Ruffles? It ain't nothing personal.
I understand that your job is a difficult one.
You do? Well, ain't that sweet?
And in such a competitive field, you must sometimes doubt that you'll ever succeed.
No, I'll go plenty far, I'm sure of it, yeah. Just as long as I got my trusty tape recorder, I'll always be ready to land me a scoop.
Buy me that tape!
I mean, they're a little aggressive,
Yeah.
so I don't want to be like too aggressive.
Well, you gotta. Well, her
You gotta
reaction's
decide.
different now, so pick something.
Yeah.
Buy me that tape!
Oh, looks like you got it.
Yep. Intriguing. A young reporter hungry for yeah, it's just the exclamation point that makes him seem aggressive.
Yeah.
Hungry for success. So dedicated to her craft that to leave such an important event unrecorded would be unthinkable. And indeed, she did not. She committed the entire event to tape.
Dang it! This is my scoop you're messing with. It's my big break.
Dag nabbit.
Fine, sure. I recorded the whole darn thing.
Haha! Got you!
It's all right
can
here.
go
You
home.
got me, okay?
Checkmate.
Ah! Good job, Dan.
Checkmate immediately. immediately die. They immediately die. Ooh, I got an
I
achievement
love
for
it. He's
that.
such a nerd. I love it.
You're something else, Ruffles.
So, knowing that there's chess in this, I kind of want to change the title to something involving that.
Isn't this line
fair.
right here? This is me when I start eating a really good bag of Ruffles chips.
Ruffles chips are good. Sour
ever-
cream and cheddar, delicious.
Like,
Yeah, you ever get Ruffles and then have a thing of French onion dip and just
Oh, that's good.
destroy
that's what she's saying right here. That's what I'm
your
saying.
health?
I love French onion dip so much.
Yeah.
I was trying to be all strong and silent, but you had me singing like a canary.
That's what I do. My boyfriend said that as well. Never mind that. Now play us the tape. This should finally tell us how many shots were fired.
Fine, you can hear it, but I got conditions.
Oh, is that so?
You played me like a fiddle, Ruffles. Only the Chief ever played me so good.
Chief.
So you gotta agree to be Chief number 2 and be a mentor to a rising star, aka me.
Great.
Chief number 2, huh? Kind of like a second parent. That's a big responsibility, sir.
And one more thing. I want exclusive reporting rights for the first 24 hours. Come on, you gotta say yes. What kind of mentor would it give a star pupil that exclusive, huh?
She's a difficult woman to refuse. And I need to hear that recording. 24 hours is more than I can compromise, but the story is yours until the case is solved.
And the job of Chief number 2?
I think not.
You're no fun, but I guess a girl can't have everything. All for the sake of the scoop, huh? Alright, you got yourself a deal. I got exclusive access starting right this second, Ruffles.
Good. Then our first order of business is to listen to that tape.
Ooh, that was really good.
Honored friends and allies, I am here today to deliver a message. The odious criminals that dodged my beloved nation... Oh, is that... No.
Dogged.
Dogged my beloved nation are no more. The president's speech.
The president passionately addresses the assembled crowd. As if trying to shake off the reports of his declining popularity by sheer force of will. And there's me. Can't beat a little live commentary to set the scene. The meeting is scheduled for just after... Oh, this is someone else.
Yeah, who is saying this?
I don't know actually.
The
Duncan, you
meeting is
just said it.
scheduled for just after the speech. Go ahead, Duncan.
He seems to be pretty pleased to be able to put the whole Yadagarasu situation behind him. As well he should be. This is a great day for all.
Whose voices are these?
Oh, there was these 2 old guys standing right in front of me. They were whispering away to each other the whole darn time.
I know their voices from somewhere.
Wait, the part where the gun goes off is right after this. The president thrusts his fist into the air as the excitement reaches fever pitch.
The battle against evil rages on. Here today, I make you this solemn promise. We shall crush the wicked with the righteous hammer of justice. That sounded like 2.
What the? Ah! Yay!
So, 2 shots were fired.
Yep, and that tells us something?
That tells us everything.
Something very important indeed. It allows us to deduce the trajectory of one of our bullets. Of the 2 shots fired, one hit the president, which means that the other must have passed through both the flag and the balloon in that order. Which, as you can see, allows us to deduce the position of our shooter. The only position which... the only possible place from which... Okay, shot fired, the flag and the balloon. Well, if it fired... Are we saying that it went through this way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Well, I
means-
mean, like it would have had to.
He said flag and balloon in that order, so.
Yeah, so it came from over here, right?
I think maybe like more on that
Yeah, I
side,
think
yeah.
so.
Yeah, this side.
Yeah.
Take that!
Drawing a line between the flag and the balloon gives us this trajectory of one of our bullets, and places our shooter on the left-hand side of the spectator area.
Really bad first shot.
Yeah.
If that was the first shot.
Yeah.
He was
I
was
think so.
360 no scope. Huh?
He spun around before he did it.
You're a genius, Mr. Edgeworth.
Detective Gumshoe, I'll need to examine the left side of the spectator area.
Roger that, sir. So you need me to clear out all those people out of the way, I guess.
I do. And what evidence remains to be found may already be deteriorating, so I'll need you to be quick about it.
Yes, sir.
Chief! Hey, I'm talking to you, Chief!
I suppose you mean me, Miss Lloyd?
I surely do. You gotta let me help out. This stuff's my forte. I'm the best crowd herder you ever did see. I'll prime, pummel, and push 'em wherever you like.
Oh dear God.
A very kind offer, but I think a less hands-on approach might be preferable. Also, about this chief business, I am nobody's chief.
Can everybody say foreshadowing? Whatever you say, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Your wish is my command.
Sorry. I'm doing something with the title right now.
I somehow doubt that.
Oh God. Oh God.
Here you
Here
go,
we
sir.
are.
It's all ready for you.
Yeah, oh God.
I know.
This Lloyd here cleared everybody out just like that. You should have seen it.
Oh, you ain't seen nothing. The chief, my other chief, that is, she sends them running twice as quick.
She sounds like quite a formidable character. Perhaps I should go easier on the poor girl. Thank you, but you really shouldn't have all that running around. Your clothes are covered in mud. Allow me to pay for the cleaning. It's the least I could do.
Huh? You mean my jacket? Oh, don't you be worrying your pretty little head about that. It's reversible. All you gotta do is switch it around and alakazam, no more dirt. But then the dirt's touching your shirt, girly.
I am he's just like, I just thought in my head, you think my head is pretty? And now I'm headcanoning praise kink Edgeworth.
You know what? I feel like you might be onto something there. I feel like you didn't hear it enough growing up.
Yeah.
Given that you know his dad fucking died.
Yeah. Oh no, the fan fiction gears are moving.
On the outside, perhaps, but you'd still have something of a problem with the inside.
Ready to get back to the investigation whenever you are, sir.
The crowd has trampled the entire area. We'd be lucky to find any traces of our shooter at all. Yep. Oh. You. I'm
Bitch.
gonna talk to myself for a second.
It's you!
Well, this is quite the situation, wouldn't you say, Mr. Edgeworth?
Who is he again?
It's Payne, Mr. Edgeworth. Winston Payne. We work together at the prosecutor's office.
He's a prosecutor? What brings you here today, Mr. Payne?
What indeed? Why, only the invitation of the chief prosecutor himself.
His voice, I recognize it from the tape recorder.
Ah,
Was he one of the men who was standing in front of Mr. Lloyd? And where is the chief prosecutor?
he had to leave, I'm afraid. He's a busy man. They let him, and only him, out through the cordon.
So he had me summoned on short notice and left before I even showed up? What the fuck? Rude?
Okay, you have nothing for me then. Time to look in the garbage can.
Yay! You even got a picture of the trash yourself? Oh, a prosecutor's life ain't easy, huh?
Well, I don't have a dedicated trash picker. Well, actually I do. Detective Gumshoe.
Anyway, sir.
His theme kicks
Oh my
in.
god.
Oh, yeah, it
Wait.
does.
The faithful detective scrambles through the garbage as the prosecutor looks on, his hands unblemished.
Let's see now. Come to Papa, little treasures.
That is such a gumshoe line.
Papa capitalized.
Come to Papa.
Is he enjoying himself?
He's a detective, he likes looking for clues.
But he...
Garbage diving through dumpsters is like a hobby of his on the weekends, huh?
He's
have a
gotta
pet
shove
raccoon.
Bill somehow. No, a popsicle stick. Gotta love the jokes they put on these.
Shut the fuck up. Detective.
Sorry, sir. Relevance. Huh? I think we got some.
Let's go. Good work, Detective. Let's take a closer look, shall we?
No, finders keepers.
By examining a piece of evidence
Hey.
from all angles, we can uncover hidden details.
Wait, sure. Yeah. Just tell me which way you want it, sir.
Is this...
I'm
is-
just picturing Gumshoe holding it like and turning it. Woo.
Yeah, is this implying that when it gets turned around, it's Gumshoe, like, spinning it in his hands? If you want, I can back
funnier.
up and move closer to you. Oh my
This
god.
is so funny.
You spot something, just say the word.
Yep.
I mean, it could be maybe because Gumshoe's a detective, maybe he's wearing gloves. I don't know.
Alright, let's see
He
what we
never
can
wears
discover.
gloves.
Hold on. Let's open her up.
Pipe!
Hey, you have this logo on your...
Oh.
She has the pipe logo on her jacket. This is a document of some kind. Less cover for the lakeside.
What are we looking at here? Residential security plan.
Stay frosty.
Stay frosty. I want a frosty now.
Oh, yeah.
It's a diagram of the president's security arrangements.
I saw a picture the other day that was like, it's like an image that originally said, do you dip your french fries in your frosty? But it was edited to say, do you dip your tits in your frosty?
Curse.
And I'm like,
I don't like that.
it's a, but it was really funny to me. It shows how the presidential's bodyguards were positioned.
It even has his people's names on it. Rook and Knight.
Are those names?
Actually,
Yes.
It is Ace Attorney, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
If they are names. So his bodyguards aren't natives of Zhangfa.
I heard he uses some private security firm.
But why not employ people from his own country?
I know why not. Y'all want to hear a Tabby Lloyd exclusive?
Fine. You really know something?
Sure I do. I was over at the embassy not so long back sniffing out a story. Well, I'm there. One of my sources tells me that the president's got more enemies than you got hairs on your head.
And my locks are luscious.
Including a bunch of bigwigs in the National Police Force.
Interesting. So he's unable to trust his own domestic law enforcement. I got a hiccup. I wonder if one of these enemies could have been behind the attempt on his life. Alright.
But what was it doing dumped there in that bag?
You raise an interesting point. It's a document relating to the matter of national security. It would surely be highly classified.
Hey, there's something else in here.
Yeah, a gun.
What's the scope?
Yeah. A scope on a handgun is interesting.
Yeah.
But also, it's like, okay, how'd you miss?
Well, I told you he was doing a 360 no scope. He wasn't aiming.
My. No, but he had a scope. I guess he didn't look down it.
What's a gun doing in there? Sir, this bag. It's gotta belong to the...
Yes, it could have been disposed of by our would-be assassin. A revolver. It would take a lot of nerve to dump it here amid the chaos. Could this be the work of a professional?
That would explain the security plan, too.
Security plan? I think we need to take a closer. We need to take a close look at our latest find.
Weird ass.
Okay.
Oop.
I always gotta look. You gotta look at the chamber.
Yep.
Two spent
This
bullets
checks out.
in the cylinder, matching the 2 gunshots heard on the recording.
That proves it. This must be the weapon that was used.
But does it prove it?
Anything else?
Check the scope. This is a laser sight.
Dan, you were right. It was a laser hole all along.
You
Nice.
know, I did say that.
So no scope.
It can be lined up.
Be lined
Yeah,
up with a target to make it aim a bit easier.
that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Which is why your aim must have been real shit if you missed.
Yeah.
If I press this here...
Ah, my eyes!
Yep. Definitely raised red. See, Mr. George, just look at it. It's real red. Let me shine your eyes right here.
Ah! Now I kinda wanna name this the case where Edgeworth gets eye damage. But that is like, no one will understand what that means.
Yeah.
That bag was real fun, huh?
It's almost like,
Goes to show, a bag in the hand is worth 2 in the trash.
I know this is like a tutorial case, but it's almost like too convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Nice work, detective. Now, there's something else I'd like to ask of you, if you don't mind. I need you to shoot me with this gun. Do it, you
Oh my
coward!
god.
I need you to turn on the laser and prove that it can, like, it can burn through flags.
You know, I've always doubted that lasers would hurt your eyes. I need you to shine it in my eyes. I need you to take the bag and the gun to the forensics and see if they can find any trace.
Love it, sir. This will only take 2 seconds.
Yep.
I mean, if we assume that this takes place in Tokyo,
Yeah.
everything is kind of like in Tokyo, so you can get places, but
Yeah.
it is crazy how quick these things take.
Good set of fingerprints could really help this investigation along. Jesus Christ!
See, I told you, it's like lightning quick. These, I swear, the Ace Attorney, like, forensic scientists, they're like NASCAR
mechanics.
He like just opened a soda.
Their goal is to get it done literally as fast as humanly possible.
That was quick.
You bet it was. Tell the text it was ultra super high priority.
They must have like a van on the crime scene.
Yeah.
Those do exist, by the way. Forensic vans
Yeah,
is
yeah.
actually our thing. But but even so, getting it done in less than a minute is insanity. It's the NASCAR thing.
That's
But they came up empty.
that scene in Cars with the forklift mechanic.
Yeah.
I love that scene. Anyway. And they checked everywhere?
Inside, outside, top to bottom, sir. They even took the bullets out of the gun and dusted them.
I shouldn't have known it wouldn't be that easy. Yeah, it would be pretty, Okay, I want to check this flag because it's very conspicuous. Can I
Yeah.
not?
Nope. No, you can't.
Never mind. I want to check this man because he's very conspicuous. You're with one of the news channels.
Yep. Can I help you?
You must have footage of the event. Do you mind if I take a look?
Wish I could help you, but, that might be a little tricky.
You're very nonchalant.
And what is that, huh, pal? You got a problem with doing your civic duty or something?
No, it's just, my camera was knocked over in all the panic. And now I can't get it to work.
Gumshoe, arrest him. That footage would have helped immensely.
Just our luck.
Jesus. What the?
I'm 90% sure this time.
It's a witch.
You look like you need a little help, Mr. Edgeworth.
Witch laugh. I know that voice. God.
It's God.
Okay. Get down for that. Oh my god. Oh, she's go. Whoa.
It would the wrong way around.
Honestly, I can't leave you alone for 2 seconds. But don't worry, your hero's here to save the day. That's right, the one, the only Kay Faraday.
Actually, how did you know that I would be here? Hero. Only you would
I
give
love
yourself
her.
time like that. Yeah.
I'm a hero of the truth, Mr. Edgeworth.
So I've been watching a playthrough of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth lately. Kay shares a lot of DNA with Yuffie. I will
does,
say.
huh?
I mean, they are both ninjas in a way.
They're both ninjas, and they're both excited teenagers.
We love that.
So, and kind of tomboyish. So you're not a great thief anymore?
Not right now. You sound like I quit. It's just, I'm on sabbatical. I think that's a word I've heard you use before, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm taking time out for some intensive training. Being the second Yatagarasu doesn't come easy.
If sabbatical is a word he should use, then should I add that to the Edgeworthism?
I definitely sabbatical is a pretty academic word, so.
I am going to add it, even though he didn't say it. So
Yeah.
Are you actually keeping a list of these?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a long, long list of Edgeworthisms.
Once we
that
finish,
go
I
over
will-
Once we've beaten all these
Yeah.
games.
I will read them all out. In my best
Yes, that'll be
Edward.
In the
fun.
voice.
Kay helped me out on a few occasions about 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, when I was working on a case. Okay. God, nothing stays quiet in the Ace Attorney universe. The case of the Yatagarasu, a mysterious thief who seemed to appear and disappear at will, and who claimed only to steal the truth. She calls herself the second Yatagarasu, the successor to the so-called Great Thief.
There's not a lock that I can't open or a trap I can't escape. And when it comes to stealing, well, I'm still in training, but I'll get there soon enough.
What are you doing here, Kay?
What do you think I'm doing? I've been enjoying the festivities, of course.
I suppose she did mention being fond of such things.
And afterwards, I was thinking of dropping by your office to see you guys. But now I don't have to.
She was like, I wanted to see the Steel Samurai balloons.
Good to see you, kiddo. You're as bright and breezy as ever.
Hey, Gummy, how you been? You're looking pretty full of beans yourself.
It's okay. Are you really here to save the day?
Yep. Prepare for your job to hit the floor. Your best pal in the world here only went in. Sorry, I was like, took pictures of the whole shebang.
The whole shebang.
Did you now? Then you better show them to me.
Wow, your drawings didn't even drop an inch. What's the girl gotta do to impress you, huh?
Well,
I know, right? Mr. Prosecutor here is about as much fun as a dang Tuesday. Dang Tuesday. Wouldn't even let me call him Chief. Oh, but I'm forgetting my manners. Tabby Lloyd, Ace Reporter, at your service.
Ace Reporter.
Nice to meet you, Tabby. You're right, he's no fun at all. This one time
you two can chat later. Can I see those pictures?
Ooh, fine. Here.
My God. Is that what the security guards look like?
I took this one right when the gun went off. It was total chaos. People running everywhere.
The president and his two bodyguards. Look at the guy with the square head. The names of the security on the security plan were Knight and Rook, I think. What's that?
That's a fucking huge laser.
Yeah.
That is.
Extremely conspicuous. Thank you, and thank you indeed, Kay. I think you've provided us with a vital clue.
Hey! Your arms just light up like a pair of dang Christmas trees.
I love clues.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, care to tell the readers what you just spotted?
For my 3rd birthday, I had a Blues Clues birthday party.
I loved Blue's Clues as a kid.
So that's a real fact about Daniel, not Edgeworth.
That's fair.
My mom
You're so real for that.
made a cake, and well, it was a cake and cupcakes in the shape of a blue paw print. It was awesome. A contradiction. Did I skip over some of my own dialogue? Oh. I did not. Alright.
What now? I don't say nothing strange.
Allow me to show you. This picture shows the moment of the incident, but there is another piece of evidence. But another piece of evidence shows something different. I need to highlight the point of contradiction. And then employ my powers of deduction. First, to find the contradiction in the photograph.
I mean, there's like nothing. Oh my god.
It's simply press T to make me find it out.
Okay.
I present the evidence that proves the contradiction.
The angle?
Maybe, or can we look at the
I think you
diagram
literally
really
just
quick?
need to put.
This one?
I think you literally just need to.
No, that's correct. Never mind.
I think you might just need to put the laser. That might be it.
Yeah.
It's not really a contradiction. There's clearly a contradiction here.
Yeah, wrong.
I knew it!
If you say so, sir. I really can't see anything myself.
You don't see it? Something so obvious. That's a contradiction itself.
Mr. Edgeworth, you know if you made a mistake, you just tell me, don't you?
A mistake? I have done no such thing. I'll prove it to you. Already located which contradict me. So,
Do you have to present a picture of him? Like, is that it? I think that is it. There's a picture of him in the newspaper. I think that's what it is.
Okay, we will do that. And then if it is this, I get to eat.
Yeah.
look closely at the picture of the president in this newspaper clipping, if you would, Miss Lloyd. Now look at Kay's photograph. Compare the two carefully.
Huh? What am I looking for here? What I be?
Oh, that's what we were getting at? Indeed, there's something on the president's forehead. Something that wasn't there in the other picture.
So obvious.
What is that? Is it some kind of birthmark, sir?
No, then it would be there in the other picture.
Yeah, guy's got a big red birthmark right in the middle of his forehead.
I can't believe
Maybe
it.
he was in makeup.
I can't
Not
believe
even the
it.
game could take it seriously. It's in quotes.
I highly doubt a birthmark just sprang up there since the other picture was taken. But did he get birthed again?
Maybe. 2 birthdays.
2 birthdays!
Did he get
Choice
by
of
a
cake,
big
Mr.
bug?
Edgeworth.
It's a hickey on his forehead.
It is a vampire bite.
Yeah, that's it. That right there's a big old bug bite.
Can you imagine like someone kissing you on your forehead so hard that you get a mark?
Ain't that a lot? And here I thought it was something important. Look on your face. Woo!
You should know that the road to the truth is paved with just such seemingly trivial details.
Who again with that face? All right. Duly noted, Chief.
Alright, I got some logic that I can do then, right?
Yay!
Yeah.
Because I got laser sight, red birthmark. Ba ba ba.
I've solved the mystery of the red birthmark.
It's not a mystery, you dumbass.
It's not a mystery.
So, it wasn't a hickey?
No, what we're dealing with isn't something that would itch for a day and then disappear.
I'm fun fact about Yessie. I'm like really sensitive to bug bites, and so I kid you not, there was one time where I got bitten really bad in the summer, and I had marks from them till like winter.
Ooh.
Oof.
Yeah.
I have a mark on my arm that I don't know what it is, but
Uh-oh.
it's been there for like a week.
Oof.
It is in fact the beam of a laser sight.
The killer was aiming to shoot the president square in the forehead.
That's like the worst place on the head to shoot someone.
And shortly after this picture was taken, I realized that out of context, that sounds like I've shot someone before.
Sounds like you're a hitman, Dan.
Yeah, but I just know that like, the forehead is the hardest part of the skull. So, pick a better spot.
And shortly after this picture was taken, a second shot rang out.
Yeah, that's gonna do more than itch.
Sure.
Yeah, I fear the president may be in even more danger than we thought. And that gun we found was the weapon used in the crime.
I bet the perp use a laser sight, though.
He's right. You stand out like crazy using something like that. Pew, pew, pew! It's not like you could just go around shooting lasers all over the place. That would be dope as hell, though.
I think in midday, I don't know how effective it would even be. Like, and it would be, like, hard to see, I feel.
No, anyone who saw it could trace it right back to the shooter.
Seems like a pretty bad idea all around.
Yeah.
Oh, I almost forgot. I took a couple more pictures. This one's a cat that I found.
Awesome.
Maybe the laser sight's in one of them.
It's a long shot, but it's worth the look at least. Alright, Kay, let's see these other pictures.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Let's see. First up, here's what I took just before everything started going south. Selfie!
It might be more useful to us if half the frame wasn't taken up by your stupid face.
Hey, can you blame me for wanting to get a selfie with the president? I see pain.
Yeah, and I see something
Lucky
on
for
Pain.
you. This was right before the gun went off.
No, go back, go back.
And this is the one I showed you just before. And the one I showed you before is from just after the first shot was fired. The second shot came just seconds after this. Then there's...
Ass. Oh, what's this? I can hardly see anything.
I got knocked over when everyone started running right after the last picture.
Yeah, knocked down, but I got up again.
Guess I must have pressed the shutter by accident.
Not sure this one's gonna be much use, kid.
You idiots. I am the big brain. I am the man in the chair. I already see the connections.
And that's all of them.
Cool.
Time to take a closer look.
Understand the picture from... Yeah, let's do before the shooting.
Is there a hint of the laser sight in this picture?
Huh? What's this?
So Dan, since
Yeah.
this game like came out not too long before like the incident that happened last summer, if you remember,
Uh-huh.
people were sharing around this picture a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It was very funny.
yeah.
Did people just take...
Oh my god, I can't believe Kay was there.
Yeah, did people
It
just
was
take
so
Kay's face
timely.
and then, like,
Yeah.
impose it over, like, a real picture?
Yeah, they
This is
posted
so
over
timely.
what happened, shall we say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's really fun.
Very funny. Okay, I just had to mention that.
There, I see it. Now I realize that, like, this picture of Kay and just put whatever and some, like,
I
tragedy
know,
in the
it's
background.
so incredibly good.
Put like Tiananmen Square in the background.
Yeah, something.
One thing about Ace Attorney is we have the best memes.
Mm-hmm.
What is it, sir?
Look closely at the person with the red hood. Little Red Riding Hood.
Whoa, there it is!
Indeed, that is our laser sight right there.
So that's our perp. The one in the red hood must be.
The shooter, yes.
Who found him? And all thanks to yours truly.
Red Hood, my favorite DC superhero.
Superhero? Kinda anti... I don't know. I actually don't know anything about Red Hood. I just know that it's one of, it's one of the Robins becomes Red Hood.
Indeed, you led us right to the greatest treasure of all, Miss Great Thief, the truth. You may have captured a would-be assassin in one of your other pictures too. Let's take another look.
Yeah, I saw them. I'm smart. Look.
Take that!
right there.
There, right there.
A red jacket. That must be our suspect. Looks like they took advantage of the confusion to make their getaway.
That was my line.
Luckily, we can see exactly where they were headed.
The samurai dog stand.
Precisely.
My God, Uncle Larry.
Which means that they escaped towards the right-hand side of the spectator area. I swear to God if Larry's there.
Detective Gumshoe.
Noted, sir. Consider it cleared.
Good. I'm counting on you.
Gumshoe's gonna throw everyone out of the area.
Let me get the steamroller, sir.
Da-da-da-da.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
We have you now, my little Red Riding Hood. I said it first. The entire park's cordoned off, and we know which way you went. Now it's simply a matter of hunting you down.
At some point soon, I have to feed my cat.
Let's see.
So, do we want to take a break here because it's kind of a... How long is
Okay.
this? Do we think we can?
It's
finish this?
it's long. We can. I think we can finish this tonight, but it's longer than like the one from the first game. I think.
Okay.
So.
Well, I'm gonna take a break to feed my cat, and then I'll be right back.
And I'm going to get a
Okay.
drink.
Yeah, if you guys want to take a break, then I'll go to be right back. Otherwise, you can just talk. But
Let's take a break. I want a snack.
okay. Alright, everyone. We're back. I got also a drink. Hold on. Oh, there you go. Some drink ASMR for you. Whew! Alright. Are we all ready?
Yep.
Yes.
Alright. Now let's continue our investigation.
There's evidence here somewhere. All we have to do is find it.
Umbrella. God, why am I forgetting what it's called? Rifle range.
Go over to the stand.
Yeah, let's do the stand. I must scour the scene to inspect anything that catches my attention. What about the nook or crannies?
Unfortunately, those aren't in this game.
Ah! What's this?
Red button. Hey, do you think?
No.
No, I don't think.
Could it have been dropped by a red-hooded suspect? Yes, it certainly seems likely.
There's a thingy.
There's a
hidden
thingy.
under there.
Oh, yeah. A red hood of some sort? There's something red down there. Detective Gumshoe, lift up this entire hot dog stand.
Easy peasy, sir. I never skip leg day.
A red raincoat. This must be...
The one the suspect was wearing.
They must have taken it off and hidden it under there before they made their escape. Blah, 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 blah. Red raincoat data. Jot it down. Okay, I can't look at that anymore. Anything else?
No, you can. You can look at the red raincoat.
Oh, there we go. The sleeve. It's inside out, but the button is missing too.
I love that movie.
I wonder where we saw a button earlier.
I think now there we go.
Yeah, did I jot down the red button? I forgot for a second.
Logic.
The button we found seems to have come from the raincoat. It must have been pulled loose when the killer took it off.
Huh? The right sleeve's inside out too.
God, can I just say, the drink I got was this, like, strawberry margarita thing.
Ooh.
Like, I got a drink.
You
got a drink.
And, because it's been sitting in our fridge for a long time, it is disgusting.
Oof. I, meanwhile, had a good drink yesterday. I had a raspberry martini. It was really good.
It's just, like, way too sweet.
Yeah, I used to really like those kinds of things, but I can thankfully say my palate has broadened.
Yeah, well, I like sour drinks more so.
Gotcha.
So there were lime ones in there. I should have taken one of those. Anyway. It seems it was removed in a hurry, fast enough to tear the button off, no less. I surmise our assassin disposed of their gun and bag in the trash immediately after shooting the president. Shooting at the president.
Surmise in the Edgeworthism.
They then slipped into the panicked crowd and moved from the left to the right side of the spectator area. This was because they knew the trajectory of the bullet would point to a shooter on the left side. Am I going crazy? Finally, they removed the raincoat and hid it under the samurai dog stand. The villain? The killer would have needed to get rid of the coat as soon as possible, hence the hurried removal. The fact that the right sleeve is inside out is a testament to how quickly it was taken off.
Yep. That and the missing button.
The question, of course, is, why didn't the same thing happen to the left sleeve?
But yeah, only the right sleeve is inside out.
Indeed, the button on the left sleeve, is still surely attached.
So, what does this mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
If we're to answer that question, Detective, we'll need to inspect the raincoat in more detail.
Ew, it's dirty.
Mickey.
Okay.
This jacket is two-dimensional.
Oh, got 3 dimensions. The right sleeve is inside out.
And you can clearly see where the button's torn off.
Yeah, we kind of talked about that. Okay.
I want to point out the dirt.
Yeah. Let's take a closer look at the inside of the raincoat. Detective Gumshoe! Open it! Oh,
Yes.
there we go.
Who's a Wabada? Huh?
This is a blood stain, a blood stain. Look, and consider where it's located. I'd say the blood belongs to our would-be assassin.
So we're looking for someone with an injury.
Not just any injury, Detective. An injury on their left arm.
Huh? How do we know that?
It's simple. The right sleeve is inside out, suggesting that the suspect removed the raincoat in a hurry. Conversely, the left sleeve is just as we would expect it to be. Therefore, the suspect's left arm was never in the sleeve in the first place. And once we understand that, everything else falls into place. I feel like another game would have made us work through that logic, against someone. Now, Detective, there is a blood stain on the left side lining of the raincoat because
The suspect's arm was too injured to fit through the sleeve.
precisely, or at least, we can say that there is good probability that that was the case. Yay! All the pieces are starting to fall into place.
His little
Okay, I could have stopped.
pessimisms are coming back again.
Pieces fall into place. I love that Radiohead song. Detective Gumshoe, I need you to go and search the crowd for likely suspects.
Yes, sir.
Suspicious characters.
Characters with injured left arms. Come around.
You're not stealing my line again. I'm not letting you do that.
You're even smarter than you look, Ruffles. Taking all of them itty bitty pieces and put them together like that, and you'll have your man in no time. That's Mr. Edgeworth for you. What about having that man in no time? Who's that man?
Yeah, don't worry about it. The park is still cordoned off, so a would-be assassin should be in the crowd somewhere. Don't let me down, Detective Gumshoe. Ooh, do we get a line out?
Mr. Edgeworth, you found someone who fits the bill perfectly, sir.
Wait, I'm not the assassin, Gummy.
Hold on, Kay. It's a little too soon to be jumping to conclusions. For the moment, they're a person of interest and nothing more, understood?
Okay, no jumping.
Except into this lake, watch me go! But he's...
But here's our shooter, sir. I'm sure of it. He's the guy who tried to take out the president.
in broad daylight, surrounded by a crowd of witnesses. This is no ordinary assassin. Bring him over here, Detective. Carefully.
Yes, sir. Come on, boys. You're Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh my god. Well, certainly a suspicious character.
The glasses chain, or the monocle chain attached to the ear cuff is really cunty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No umbrella and a bandage on his left arm.
Little pal, state your name already.
Doe. John Doe. Charmed, I'm sure.
John Doe. Not a name you hear often in real life.
That's correct.
I know this man from somewhere. I'm sure of it.
And you are Prosecutor Edgeworth.
You know my name?
Of course. I've been following the day's developments with some interest. Now, perhaps you'd care to explain why you've asked to speak with me?
As you've been following our investigation, you're no doubt already aware of who we're looking for. So let me ask you, do you recognize this raincoat by any chance?
Forgive me, but I'm afraid I do not.
I see. Well, I believe its owner to be the would-be assassin we're seeking.
My. Well, isn't that just shocking?
Ice cream doesn't do that.
Yeah.
It does when
Oh.
it,
It's
it
cute,
does
though.
when it's funny.
It does when it's silly.
And this same would-be assassin happens to have an injured left arm. Just like you.
All I can tell you is that I had nothing to do with this unfortunate affair.
This entire case is red herrings. It's red herrings all the way down.
Red herring flavored ice cream.
Two adversaries stare each other down. Their eyes like deadly lasers.
Like the sun.
Care to tell the readers what happens next?
Sure now, that's what. Battle of wits. Battle of words.
A battle of wins. A battle of whys.
Dare I let him explain any further?
Pick no, because otherwise you'll take you through a tutorial.
Oh, okay. Sure, let the man blather on. Add blather?
No, let's go there. Let's not go there. Detective Gumshoe, if you've quite finished leaking my professional strategies to the press...
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Take the bus, you old grouch. As if it would have done any harm.
Yeah, you don't need a tutorial for this. You know how this works.
Yeah. I can
I can
understand.
understand why whoever wore the raincoat would be of interest to you.
I don't know why I'm so keen to steal your lines today, Duncan.
You really are trying, but I ain't letting you. But you have no proof that this person is injured as you claim. My left arm may be injured, but I could still use my right. When it started raining, I simply opened my umbrella. No raincoat required.
So you contend that you are not wearing a raincoat, is that correct?
It is. And is that so strange? Not everyone wears one after all. I happen to prefer an umbrella.
Good for you.
Team Raincoat over here. They're perfect for when a girl really needs to move.
Team Raincoat. Are you Team Raincoat or Umbrella? It's the new ladder and step ladder.
True.
Honestly, I wear both.
I wear a raincoat, but I don't like wearing a hood on my head. I don't know why.
Yeah.
So usually I will use an umbrella to cover my head.
Yeah. I like wearing a hood because it keeps my ears warm. Anyway, continue.
Heck, I don't use neither. Come rain, sleet, snow, or shine, it's just my trusty parka every time. So that's actually a Japanese translation thing because that's not what we would call a parka here, or parka here. Anything with a hood on it in Japanese is called a parka. Parka.
I see.
Interesting. How did they get it so wrong?
Not exactly the line of inquiry I was hoping to pursue.
So you see, I'm not your would-be killer.
And I'm not in the habit of making baseless accusations, Mr. Doe.
Please, I'm just a simple ice cream man. Forgive me. My wound seems to have begun bleeding again in all the excitement.
Ew.
Gross.
The owner of the raincoat is definitely our assassin. And said owner also has an injured left arm. I'm on to you, Mr. Doe. It's only a matter of time. But,
Defeat him. Suplex him.
okay. Ah. Oh, is that
Oh,
so?
that's a lie.
So you'd like to see some proof that the owner of the raincoat has an injury?
I would certainly expect such a renowned prosecutor to have some.
I still don't understand how you know who I am.
Teehee.
Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. You're famous. You probably read about you in the newspaper.
I have also been observing you and your work, lest you forget.
Concerning. I don't believe a word he says. If I can prove he's lying, we'd be one step closer to apprehending our shooter. Okay. So, can I present?
We have proof.
Yeah, we have this.
Bloodstain and everything.
Tisk, tisk.
He walked right into that one. The stupid man.
You seem like a stupid man, Mr. Doe.
Excuse me?
But not quite stupid enough. After all, you left something behind, something of vital importance.
I'm afraid you have me confused with somebody else. The coat does not belong to me. Or do you claim to have some kind of proof to support your accusation?
Your arm isn't troubling you too much, I hope. Your wound seems to be bleeding again.
I'll survive, although I can't pretend it's not something of an inconvenience.
You should get that looked at. You're my deepest sympathies. Because if it wasn't bleeding quite so badly, you could have perhaps made a clean getaway.
What exactly are you insinuating?
As we have already established, whoever wore the raincoat is injured. And now I can prove that person is you. With this decisive piece of evidence.
I love the animation.
Yeah. Goddamn. Listen to the song.
I know. Good.
Hold on, I'm listening to it. I'm jamming out. Hold on. The people at home can see.
It's a little shame that we don't have the remastered soundtrack for this playing.
Yeah. Alright, anyway.
You see, Mr. Doe, there's a small amount of blood on the inside of his raincoat. Blood that belongs to our assassin. Yay.
Attempted murder of a foreign leader, causing a diplomatic incident. They'll throw the book at you.
Larry already caused an international.
That's true.
You can give us the silent treatment all you like, but we don't need you to talk. A simple blood test will give us the answers we require. All it takes for us is to compare the blood on your bandages with that on the coat, and that will be that. We have the evidence. Why don't you make it easier on all of us in company? Admit that you were the one who attempted to assassinate the president of Zhangfa.
I am not your assassin.
You're stubborn, I'll give you that. But if this were a game of chess, you'd already be in checkmate. Now do the honorable thing and admit defeat. He doesn't look like a man with no moves left to play.
Very well, you have me. I'll admit it. I was wearing the raincoat.
Take the first. Say the word and I'll slap the cuffs on him right now.
But I did not shoot at the president.
What?
Mr. Edgeworth, the only thing you have proven is that I was wearing a particular raincoat. And as far as I'm aware, that is not a crime.
Oh?
I am no assassin. I am a simple ice cream seller. One who happened to be wearing a red raincoat while watching the president speak. I was surprised as anyone when his bodyguard sprang into action and the shots rang out. That's when the spectators panicked and started running and screaming for their lives. Now, are you finally satisfied that I'm telling the truth?
As if! Your story stinks!
You're stinky.
You
Get wrecked.
smell! You don't scare me. The evidence is on our side, you know? Look, it's right here, plain as day. The assassin, they're wearing a red raincoat.
Intriguing. But that is not me.
Oh, come on!
Tell me, Mr. Edgeworth. Do you really think I was the only one in the entire park wearing a red raincoat today?
I do, actually. Then why? Why does he seem so sure of himself?
Need info. Press him.
Doe's just like, does red really look like my color?
God, he's got us there.
I'm feeling more pink these days.
Hold it! Why a raincoat? Why were you not using it? Didn't he say it was earlier?
Is that so strange? It was a rainy morning. Most people were wearing a jacket of some kind.
Well, I'd say it's a pretty strange choice considering you couldn't get one of your arms into it.
Better that than have one of my hands occupied by an umbrella. I had ice cream to serve after all.
Then why go through such lengths to avoid testifying to the effects to that effect in the first place?
Forgive me, I simply haven't remembered until now. It's been an eventful day after all.
Eventful?
Well, I hardly know what else to call it, Mr. Edgeworth. The president of Jean-Fa was shot at.
Hold it! So you saw the bodyguards move before you heard the gunshots?
Yes, if I recall correctly, they moved first. At least, the one on the left did.
You're rather observant, Mr. Doe.
I am blessed with keen eyes.
You have a monocle. What is it for, then?
You hipster.
For ice cream selling, of course.
The names of the bodyguards were written in the top left corner of the security plan. And the one on the left was Rook.
That's correct. Bastion Rook, I believe. I expect he noticed the light from a laser sight. The man is no amateur.
Mr. Doe knows a little too much about the business of being a bodyguard for my liking. I'd say our friend here is no amateur either. Amateur. I'd like to append what you just said to your testimony, if you don't mind.
As you wish. Oh. Did you catch it, Dan?
Well, I know I gotta present something, so let's look at our evidence. Rook repositioned in light of Knight's injury. Is it something to do with that?
Read it again. Read it carefully. It's the church is staring you in the face.
Less cover for Lakeside now. Eyes on this area.
No, I'm not talking about the evidence. Read his statement again.
Bodyguard on the left, Bastion Rook. What was it?
Yeah, it's there, Dan.
Yep.
Promise.
Just think about it. Is there anything strange about what he's saying here?
How does he know his name?
There we go. Got it.
Yeah, but I don't... What do I present there? Or did you just press it?
I believe you would present the, you would present the security plan.
Objection! I was gonna present this anyway. I just wouldn't have been doing it for the right reasons. Oh my... oh, dying.
I totally got it.
As I suspected, you're... hold on. I needed a drink, but all I had was this disgusting drink. As I suspected, you are more than what you claim to be, Mr. Doe.
You overestimate me, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm just like this. This can it must be like you must be supposed to like pour it over ice.
Probably.
And like
Hello? I have a visitor.
Oh, a cat?
Yes.
Kitty cat.
Come to listen.
Oh, then tell me how a simple ice cream seller knows one of the presidential bodyguard's names.
What? You jest, surely. You were the one who spoke their names aloud. Rook and Knight, was it?
I did not mention Knight.
No. Objection! The objection theme.
We only know the names thanks to the security plan. But look closely, only the surnames appear. Yes, we all clearly heard you say the name Bastion Rook. How do you come to possess such information? Information we ourselves didn't have.
Seems pretty darn suspicious to me.
Tell him. Well, how did you know? Explain yourself!
It was merely a slip of the tongue.
I'll kill you!
Another lie. He is the assassin, just like we said.
Come now, miss. It's a little soon to be jumping into such conclusions. I did know their names, yes, and the reason for that is...
Well?
I know Mr. Rook. He and I are acquainted.
What?
We have something of a connection. And his name, one I could not forget.
You think we're stupid, pal?
Yes.
Stop lying.
I am not lying. I am, as I always have been, a simple ice cream seller. And an acquaintance of Bastion Rook. Yes.
And I suppose Mr. Rook will confirm that. Should be easy enough for him to remember his good friend, the slippery ice cream seller, correct?
Please, you are more than welcome to ask him, although I think that might be difficult right now. I would imagine he's rather busy ensuring the President's safety. But suppose you are able to speak with him, and he does deny that he and I are acquainted. How will that help prove that I was the shooter?
Objection! If you weren't the shooter, why take off your raincoat?
Because it was no longer raining. In fact, it had gone quite warm.
Why stick it under your stand?
Far better to let my moon breathe now. Or would you rather I let it fester?
Yes. Is he actually going to worm his way out of this? What are you waiting for, Mr. Edgeworth? Hurry up and arrest the man! He's clearly guilty. If I were you, he'd be in jail already. You might be willing to arrest a man without sufficient proof, but I am not.
No, come on, Mr. Edgeworth. There's gotta be something you can do.
Well, we can fight him.
Shocking things here, as the culprit seems all but certain to escape justice.
It seems the court of public opinion has spoken. Very well. As I will clearly be viewed with suspicion no matter what I say, I may as well share what I know.
What you know? What's his angle here?
I saw them. I saw another person with a red hood. Are you kidding me? It's the person you captured in your photograph. I first noticed that just before the president's speech began. It was still raining then. Their outfit was the same color as my own, which is what drew my attention. As did a laser beam that was aimed directly at the president's head.
He's claiming there was another red-hooded person? Preposterous. Literally impossible.
I knew that if anyone saw me dressed similarly to this individual, I could fall under suspicion myself. And so, naturally, I removed my raincoat.
So not only did you see the assassin, but they were wearing exactly the same thing as you? How very convenient.
I had thought you might find it far-fetched, hence my not mentioning it until now. I know you law enforcement people are very skeptical types. You would never have believed me. Especially not if I had said the shooter was standing right next to a certain prosecutor.
Well, I know you don't mean me. I wasn't even summoned until after the shooting.
No, not to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Your colleague over there.
Huh? Me?
Great.
Yes, the photograph will prove it, I'm sure.
Yep, he is there. I noticed
You
it.
see, right there in front of the person with the red hood.
They're right there. Look at that tan, well-tinted skin. Look at the kill and shape he's in. That's me, yes, but what exactly are you saying?
What's his endgame here?
As I mentioned, I've been following your investigation with some interest, Mr. Edgeworth. And while pondering the details, I noticed something strange.
Strange? What exactly? A doctor?
Dr. Strange? Come now, a man of your talent should be more than capable of spotting a contradiction such as this.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
The picture shows the chief prosecutor, Mr. Payne, and the shooter. But there's nothing weird about that, is there?
Think carefully. The picture was taken right in the middle of the president's speech. One of the other pieces of evidence you've gathered is inconsistent with what we see here.
What is Stowe talking about? What piece of evidence is inconsistent with this picture?
Let me look at the picture. Inconsistent. God. They're doing it to me today. I'm gonna read.
Yep, read.
Learn.
Learning.
High-pitched gentleman.
Yep, Winston Payne.
Yeah. I'm glad that confirmed here it's his high-pitched voice.
Yeah.
Yep, you got the voice right.
I'm glad. The meeting is scheduled for just after this speech. President thrust his fist in the air. That's what I was thinking. It's a very specific moment, right?
You're not. You're a little off, huh?
Okay. But that is the conversation happening here. Where is she?
Think about the first picture. Oh. That's a good question, don't you think?
Yeah. Think about
Where is she?
So, can I present this?
Yes.
Okay.
You got it.
Take that! Of course, the tape. It contradicts the photograph.
Ah. So you have noticed at last.
What's he going on about, Mr. Edgeworth?
Someone's missing. Someone who should be here.
Huh? But who?
It's that man. He should
Who
be here.
indeed? That man, he should be here in my arms.
He should be kissing
Aw.
me right now.
Person who's missing from this photograph is... Tabby!
You, where are you?
I was gonna joke that like the first character that we don't know that we're gonna see in this is gonna be like the the culprit.
Take that!
Just because I'm like,
Huh?
any new character is suspicious,
Miss Lloyd.
and she is so far the only new character.
And she does have Bear Trap.
And she has the pipe logo. That's on the bag. I said that.
How do you figure that?
Mr. Payne's voice can clearly be heard on Mrs. Lloyd's tape, Mr. Lloyd. Considering that he was conducting a private conversation with the chief prosecutor.
Oh, there was these two old guys standing right in front of me. They were whispering away to each other the whole darn time.
She must have been very close indeed to capture it on tape.
You're right, but she's not in that picture.
That's what I'm saying.
Precisely. Well, Mr. Edgeworth. You still believe that you have been hounding the right person?
Miss Lloyd, would you mind answering a few questions?
So, y'all are fixing to put me under the microscope now?
Whoa.
All right, sure, knock yourselves out. I got nothing to hide.
Oh, really? Then what's in the bag?
What's in the bag?
It ain't like I was standing still the whole time. No, I was running all over, Rover reporting style. And that was a big old crowd. I guess the picture must have been taken when I was in one spot, and the tapes from when I was in another. So quit giving me the evil eye. Ain't nothing but a misunderstanding.
There's no doubt about the voices on the tape. That was Mr. Payne and Chief Prosecutor. I'm certain of it.
Tabby wouldn't lie to us. I know she wouldn't. But if she did, then that would mean...
That's our perp.
Will y'all quit messing with me? Because if I could have done a thing like that, little old me?
I might be inclined to believe you if your testimony didn't come with a glaring inconsistency.
It does? I thought it was pretty good.
Oh, you thought wrong. It seems I have no other choice but to present her with the evidence and expose the contradiction.
She's gonna be like, well, shit.
I feel like this one is the weakest.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna
Yeah.
press this.
Hold it!
because she
said in her thing where the president raises fist in the air.
Ah, that's where that's coming in. Okay.
So the fact that you are not in the picture is to be expected. Is that what you're trying to tell us?
It surely is. I thought your pals prosecutors on tape. I caught your pals the prosecutors on tape while I was in one part of the crowd. And then that picture was snapped while I was off someplace else. Looking at it that way, it all makes perfect sense.
Your assertion then is that the picture and your recording were taken at different points in the speech?
Yep. Timing's everything. You've learned that soon enough in this line of work.
So if I can prove that the two things did happen at the same time, her entire defense will come tumbling down.
Okay, so
Back to that one. I think you gotta present something.
yeah. Do you present the picture or the tape?
Probably the picture.
I think the tape. Because she's the
No.
one who said, and he raised his fist in the air.
Maybe it's both. Maybe both count.
I think the tape because she's trying to claim it's not her in the picture, and the tape would prove that it is her in the picture.
Just kind of randomly chose. I think I chose the tape though.
Yeah.
Miss Lloyd, it is imperative for a reporter not to lie, wouldn't you say?
You're danged right it is, and I don't lie!
Liar! And yet the photograph and the recording were definitely taken at the same time.
What? You can't prove that!
Oh, but I can. The evidence is right here in these pictures. This one in
Yeah, it
particular.
was the picture.
I think it was both.
I think it is probably like you could choose
Yeah.
either.
But you're probably gonna have to point out what you need to in the picture.
Yeah.
This
What
one in
is the thing?
particular
Yeah.
shows something that lines up precisely with when you were making your recording.
Oh,
See here, the president has his fist raised.
And what about it?
Would you be so kind as to play us that tape again?
No, I see it ain't that simple.
What if I were to tell you that you don't have a choice?
You don't make it easy, don't you, Ruffles?
Never. Remember, we are concerned with the moment the president raised his fist. No criminal organization, no matter how big, is above the law.
The president thrusts his fist in the air as the excitement reaches favorite pitch.
I had my fist all the way thrust.
There. That's the one right
Ugh.
there.
Correct. We now confirmed when it occurred in the recording.
Which means
Which means,
Tabby should be in the picture too.
and she is, right there for all to see. For Miss Lloyd is in fact the person with the red hood.
What?
You have a shooter, huh?
I don't even own a jacket like that.
Open the bag. That's right. For everything we know, the owner of the red raincoat is John Doe.
No.
Neither
Or-
of them?
It's either John Doe or neither of them.
I mean, like,
Duncan?
I think we were supposed to say that it's
like if she
I think
I know
that's
it's not
John Doe because we're talking about the raincoat that we have. You know, the one that's
Yeah.
gonna have inside
Yeah.
John Doe's.
We've already proven that the raincoat belongs to Mr. Doe. You, Miss Lloyd, were wearing something else. Something that also happens to have a red hood.
Oh, there were two people with red hoods all along.
Indeed, Mr. Doe's last statement was true.
Wait, but we only found one raincoat. Where's the other one?
I ate it. Our ice cream
Stop
seller,
eating it.
our ice cream seller never mentioned a raincoat, only a red hood. So tell us about your jacket again, Miss Lloyd. Oh,
Huh? This
You can
asset?
kind of see it too
Well,
if you look
the best
closely.
thing about it, like I said, is if you get mud on it and such, it's reversible, see? So you just turn it inside out. And
You see,
You can see the red coloring too if you look really closely.
yeah.
she's
Pretty
too.
nice little detail.
She's acting too stupid though.
Also, like if you look at the picture, I feel like the person running away with the red raincoat had sleeves, and her thing doesn't.
Yeah.
Just
I'm
as I
like
thought.
80% sure.
The inside of her hood, it's red.
That's right. And when the incident occurred, that's the side of the hood that was visible.
What's going on here? What's it about?
Right! I never even wore it that way round.
Perhaps if you would allow us to examine it, we could confirm that for ourselves.
And y'all are gonna confirm that how exactly?
It was raining right up until the president's speech, correct? Not much has been established already. And as you yourself said,
Heck, I don't use neither. Come rain, sleet, snow, or shine, it's my trusty parka every time.
if you haven't reversed your parka since the rain, then the inside should be dry.
Oh, wait a sec now. I got this big old backpack on, see, so I can't take off my jacket, yeah. Maybe I can show y'all some other time.
No,
Is there an excuse that week is gonna rush with Mr. Edgeworth?
Oh,
Well, what are you waiting for? If you're innocent, take it off and show us.
take it off. Just like uncomfortably start yelling that.
it wasn't me, I swear. I never shot the dang president. I could never.
If that's true, Miss Lloyd, then your best option is to cooperate and tell us the truth. Is there a particular reason why you chose to wear a parka with a red hood here today?
I'm sorry, Riffles. There's something I never told you. Something I couldn't. But I'll come clean, I promise. Just go it easy on me now, you hear?
My eyebrows are raised.
Huh? What? Huh?
Who said that?
Hold your horses. It's a little soon for the end game.
The end game. Oh, this guy.
His fucking neck is
He's
terrifying.
got like he's got a giraffe neck under there.
That goes for you too, Mr. Prosecutor.
My neck goes all the way down.
You lost this one the moment you made your opening move.
That's one of the men from Kay's photograph.
Guess I'd better introduce myself.
I love
Revolver
that
off a
picture.
lot.
Really good.
Fuck up. Stop. Sir.
The name's Bronco Knight. I'm the president's personal bodyguard.
Uh-huh. Now we know
Also,
why he got
in
shot.
In the fan translation,
Second in
Horace
command of the
Knightley.
security detail.
What's his name?
Horace Knightley.
Okay. Horse.
Haha, horse.
Yeah, because he's like a horse. It's every single time the Game Grumps play chess, Aaron calls the knight a horse, and Dan's
Yeah.
like, it's the knight, Aaron. And Aaron's like, it's a
horse."
fucking horse.
It is a horse.
That exact exchange has happened about 5 times.
It's a little horsey.
I'm like,
Put that thing somewhere else, pal. What the heck's wrong with you? Sorry, can't help myself. It's just too much fun being this good.
That's,
God,
dude.
the trigger discipline is 0.
Yeah.
You're not a member of the law enforcement, so how did you get a gun?
Again, a line that makes more sense in Japan.
Okay, yeah.
This old girl's on loan from Zhang Fa.
temporarily issued to us presidential bodyguards. Anyway, never mind that. I got 2 tidbits of news for you. You want the good or the bad first? The choice is yours.
I'm
I
indifferent.
personally like bad news first.
I'm indifferent. I don't care.
Really? You're giving up the first move advantage, just like that. Whatever. Your loss. Guess I'll push out the first pawn then.
So you play a little chess, I take it. How about we have ourselves?
He's like, I have my new buddy now.
They're friends.
Ah, full fan are you, Mr. Red Suit?
The name's Edgeworth. You could say I dabble.
Duly noted, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, I'll start with the good news. The president's okay. Didn't suffer so much as a scratch. He didn't. That's a relief.
He didn't?
Particularly for the young lady here. That means there is no longer a murder charge on the table.
That is good news, huh, Tabby? Yeah, 'cause I'd never.
Now for the bad news. The only reason the president's alive is because we bodyguards did our job. One of us did anyhow. Our boss. Put himself in the line of fire.
You're referring to your colleague, Mr. Rook.
Yeah. It's game over for him.
Damn.
Yeah.
No way! Rook is dead. A genuine loss.
So, you were saying that Tabby?
Yeah, your friend here killed my colleague, my brother in arms.
Oh, heck no! I didn't do it! I didn't kill anybody! I could never!
I'd shut your mouth if I were you, murderer.
My god.
Stop doing that!
He was very happy when he does that.
I know.
Sure, we did what we had to do. Sacrifice one of our pieces to protect the king. But to lose someone like him during a castling, real shame. Casting? What does that even
Casting.
mean?
Is when you switch the king and the rook's position.
I think so. Yeah.
Dumbass.
Yeah.
It's a chess term. Explain it. Very simplistically speaking, it's a move where a rook switches places with the king.
Then why didn't you just say so?
Mr. Knight, was it?
Yeah? What?
Yeah, what? We'll need to see the victim's body right away. And if possible, I'd like to ask the president a few questions.
Sorry, no can do.
But I want to speak to the president.
And why not?
Oh? That's the third piece of news, and it's the piece you're gonna like the least.
I thought you said there were only 2.
The National Police Force of Zhang Fa will be handling things from here on.
What?
You better be kidding, pal.
You better be kidding.
This investigation was assigned to us. We're not about to hand it over.
You're the Edgeworth, right?
The very same.
The one who solved the Yatagarasu case?
Uh-huh.
The president mentioned you.
Oh.
I'm
He's like, oh my
honored.
god, we're famous.
I'm honored to have warranted his attention.
Makes sense that the chief prosecutor would assign this one to you.
Wait, did the chief assign me to appease the president?
But that was a mistake. A big one. He should have given the case to somebody with spine.
Oh!
Before you take it up with the President Wong. If you enjoy diplomatic incidents, that is.
I love them.
Yeah, I have a friend who loves them. You're with me. We'll continue this on the presidential plane.
No! No!
Instant pain, grab her.
I never did nothing, I swear.
Pain, tackle her.
Stop.
We can
I can fucking
do
shoot
this
you
the
if you
hard
want.
way if you like. I can fucking shoot you in the back and you'll be paralyzed.
All right.
Oh, Ruffles, come on, you gotta help me out here, please.
Miss Lloyd. She was the one in the red hood. There's no denying that now. But I can't help feeling we still don't know the whole truth behind this case.
Innocent, you gotta believe me.
Can I really let this happen? Is this really how it ends?
It gives you a choice, yes or no.
No, just leave her.
The look in her eyes, the crack in her voice as she begs me to help her. This is no act by a criminal. She's genuinely scared.
Well, she's having a gun pointed at her.
Yeah.
I would be scared too.
And if I let him take her, we'll never know what really happened.
Objection!
Ah, I don't know who it is.
What the?
What the fuck?
Get your filthy hands over.
Oh!
Whoa!
Quiet now. Is that really any way to greet me? Your neck has barely begun to heal, and you've already forgotten who I am. I'm disappointed.
Let's go.
It's you. Ah, so you do remember. What are you doing, pal? Put me a dirty food up. You got some nerve pulling a stunt like this in front of a bunch of police officers. Don't even think about it. You don't stand a chance against this guy.
Who are you really, Mr. Doe?
Let's just say that I'm no simple ice cream seller.
But I thought you said that you were.
I was a pro. A hitman. His name's Shelly the Killer.
To kill her. There's not a legal professional in the country who doesn't know that name. An assassin capable of taking down any target, any place, any time. And this isn't the first time our paths have crossed.
Been too long, Mr. Edgeworth. But of course, this is the first time we've met face to face.
Yeah, I was thinking. I know Edgeworth came back for that case, but he wasn't like.
Yeah, it would
Around
explain
a lot.
why you wouldn't recognize him, huh? Because he actually didn't see his face, huh?
Yeah. Would he not have been in court when he was on trial?
No,
Yeah,
he
but
was on
remember,
the
Shelly
radio.
the Killer was on the radio. So you never
Oh,
saw
right,
his face. Yep.
You're
The
the
only one I ever saw his face was Phoenix, huh?
yeah. You're the assassin we've been looking for, and maybe Maya.
Yeah, Maya too, because he kidnapped her. There's that. In a sense, yes. Someone did indeed hire me to carry out a contract. And that contract did indeed specify that I was to assassinate President Wong.
I swear I've seen his picture in one of my old files before, but... Ugh, how could I have been so careless?
My bandages prove useful for bringing a knife into the park undetected.
Metal
But I
detectors?
miscalculated in certain other regards.
He didn't bring a gun?
Now, we're coming out of game, Mr. Knight. I know how fond you are of such diversions. The stakes are must be high in order for it to be fun, of course. Shall we wager, say, your life?
What do you want from me?
I would like for you to allow Mr. Edgeworth to remain in charge of the case.
He what?
What do you want to kill her? I would simply like our mutual friend to see things through to their conclusion.
Huh? But why?
Bastion Rourke was a man of great skill, one with whom I felt a certain connection. There's no right
Gay?
proof behind his death being brought to light. Yes, very gay.
Yelled that so loud.
Wait, hold on. Gay?
But people needed to know.
I'm not denying.
With Mr. Rook's departure, the case is now yours to investigate, is it not, Mr. Knight? I'm simply asking you to transfer that authority to Mr. Edgeworth. It's not something worth losing your life over, surely.
You're just using the investigation as an excuse to get close to the president.
Am I really? I suppose it is true that in order for the investigation to proceed, we will need to enter the presidential plane.
You think I'm gonna let you near him? I'm his chief bodyguard, damn it.
Are you? And here I thought you were only second in command.
Look's not around. That means I'm number one.
I wonder if you have what it takes to step into such capable shoes.
Don't have the metal.
Of course I do. I'm the leader now. Me.
Yeah, that's
If
why
that
you're
is
at
indeed
9.
the case, then I would ask that you make a choice worthy of a leader. Will you needlessly throw away your life, or will you allow the investigation to continue?
This is fucking crazy. So just like Edgeworth turns to the camera and is like, can you believe this shit?
Is he really doing this to gain access to the president? Does he even need to? What is he plotting?
You have no objections, I trust, Mr. Edgeworth. Come, let us continue the investigation.
What do we do, sir?
I like how Nick Payne is just staring over there in absolute disbelief.
Yeah.
It would seem we have
He
little
was standing like that
choice.
for 5 minutes.
It would seem we have little choice but to do as we're told. That said, listen, detective, and listen well. Whisper, whisper, whisper.
Whisper, whisper, whisper.
I'll buy us some time as I investigate. And meanwhile, you gather the other officers. Have them surround the plane and make absolutely certain there is no way he can escape.
Yes, sir. You got it.
Pretty smart.
Yep.
Yep.
To be continued.
Yep.
We
I
have
was
been
gonna
going.
say-
Actually, there's two halves to it.
We have been going for
It's
2.5
8:30.
hours.
So do we want to? I was gonna ask, do we want to keep going or do we want to pick up next time?
It's up to you.
I worked today, so I am tired. So I could call it
Okay.
here. If we
All right.
finish one half.
We did make good progress. Huh?
Yeah. Usually it took us about like 3 to 4 for like parts or for an average case.
Yeah.
So 2 is not that bad for these games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I assume there won't be any in this case or any in this game as long as Turnabout Ablaze.
No.
Yeah.
Although Duncan has told me that like he's been like the final cases only get longer and longer as we go
Well,
on.
it's not really. I think what you and I realized also was that it's not necessarily about the length of the case itself. It's about how interesting the case is that can hold your attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because remember, British at Turnabout was also pretty long, but we actually got through that in less streams because we
Yeah.
were like locked in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get my drift. It's more interesting,
and
it's easier to get through them.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll have that same problem with this game if you understand me.
Yeah, I think we also talked about the fact that like the fact that it took place entirely in one location, like
Yeah.
the Ace Attorney games proper are really good at like, oh, it takes place over multiple days. You have to go to
multiple
multiple
places,
places.
yeah.
And that's fun and interesting. Whereas in investigations, I think the reason why a lot of them feel like the cases kind of drag on is because they are like forced to take place all on the same day at the same place, or else it doesn't really make
Yeah,
sense.
you're also just you're investigating the crime scene in more detail too
Yeah.
than you would in like the mainline games.
But so far this one's pretty good. I mean, it's an introduction
Yeah.
case. It's definitely it
It's
feels
a really exciting one, don't you think?
yeah, it feels definitely trickier than like a lot of the other
Yeah.
introduction cases, and more.
I also
It's more
I also
intense.
noticed like this will probably be like I think this is the first time we've had an intro case where we've had to like split it up into 2 streams because
Yeah, I think.
for the last 4 games we managed to get to the intro case in just 1 stream. So
Yeah. I feel like they kind of knew, like, oh, the people probably have played the first one.
that's also why they literally give you an option to skip the tutorial. I don't think they actually do that in the other games, where they force you to go through the tutorial in the other games. So that's kind of nice.
Well, I'm interested to see where this one goes, because we are working with, like, an attempted assassination.
Yeah.
Crazy first thing to start with. Although, I will say, one of the best parts about the first investigations was the fact that, like, it opened with, like, Edgeworth coming to his office and having a gun pointed at him and being all like, do it, I dare you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we will do this next week. I believe there should be no problems with that.
I have work next weekend.
Shit.
Yeah.
No.
No. Alright. We'll stream
Until
sometime.
next week.
But you guys should stick around for that, and you should like the stream if you
Like
liked
the
it.
stream.
And subscribe so you don't miss the next one.
Yeah.
Had a fair amount of people show up. No one
Yep.
chatted. How dare you?
We like chatting.
We like our lurkers too, though.
Yeah.
We do.
We will see you all soon. Within the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, for sure.
Take it easy, everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.